Shalom everyone, I'm Rabbi Jenni Greenspan, your congregation Beth-El, and I'm excited to share our second Elul video with you. And I'm excited to do it outside at Uncle Davy's cabin to just get a little bit of a feel for the nature. The particular tool I want to share with you this Elul is very much a reflective piece, which is sometimes very nice to do in nature. One of the major projects of Elul, the month leading up to the holidays, and for the 10 days in between Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, is doing what we call a Heshbon HaNefesh, where we reflect on all of our deeds, our good deeds, our bad deeds, over the course of the last year and begin a process of teshuvah, of returning to our best selves and doing repentance. So literally, the term Heshbon HaNefesh means an accounting of the soul. Heshbon is the word in modern Hebrew that Israelis will use to mean their checking register, or their account balance information. It's even the check for your checking out at a restaurant. It's very much literally a mathematical tool. And yet, as human beings, we're constantly striving toward goals and striving to be the best versions of ourselves. And sometimes we miss the mark. Our Heshbon isn't perfect. And often when we think about doing Heshbon HaNefesh, we tend to think about only looking at the negative things, at the problems in our Heshbon. But I want us to remember that it's a register, it's an account. So it should also have some credits in it. We don't only do bad, we do good. There should be some events where you've absolutely hit the mark dead on this year, and those should also be taken into account while you are doing your Heshbon HaNefesh, for it to be a truly fulfilling and helpful process. Because remembering what you have done right will help guide you to make better decisions the next time it comes to opportunities to make mistakes. So I want to also say I am definitely not trying to suggest that accounting of our souls is nearly as simple as the math we might do to balance our checkbooks, if anyone still does that and doesn't just let your banking website take care of it for you. It is not simple arithmetic. I've done 4 good things and 4 bad things, so I'm at a net 0. It doesn't work that way because our souls just don't hit 0. We are always working to grow as human beings, and our emotions and our personalities affect what we do, and the emotions and personalities that we encounter in other human beings affect what we do and what they do. So we have to look a little bit deeper into our deeds than to just checking off good or checking off bad. We have to look at what motivates us, what emotions are behind our successes, what emotions led to our failures. We want to offer some ways to break down and looking at what we do. I learned this particular process first from Beit Tshuva, but they are there and dedicated to helping all people figure out how to do their best tshuva and become their best selves. So I'm going to offer some questions to help us not only beat ourselves up over our Yetzer Hara, our bad inclinations, but to also celebrate our Yetzer Hatovs, our good inclinations, because the two together inform who you are and help make you whole. So there will be a link on this video that I will also have the questions there for you. I would invite you, once I've presented the questions, to find a way to go through them. Maybe you are like me and journaling is a good way to do it, a very physical way. With Rabbi Dennis last week, we heard the shofar. With Cantor Melissa, we'll be singing and using our voices. Maybe we need to use our bodies and our hands and journal, or do some other kind of art. Maybe you're someone just sharing it out with a person that you trust will be the best method. But whatever the best method is for you, I encourage you to download these questions and take a look at them for yourself and with a friend and with a loved one. And let these questions guide your Heshbon HaNefesh work. You're going to ask yourself and then answer yourself as honestly as you are able. When or how did you miss the mark recently? It can be big, it can be small, it can be something that you know really hurt someone, or it could be something as simple as you didn't bother to put your coffee mug in the dishwasher and left it for your spouse to do. It can be big or small. And in the moment, what was your justification for doing it? Perhaps you just figured you were in a rush and you had to get to whatever you were doing. Who was impacted? How were they impacted? Remember that you are included in who was impacted. The other people around you are included, but it can also impact how you react and how you start to feel that you treat looking at that deed that you're looking at, what was learned? What did you learn about yourself, about the people around you? And what's your plan for growing from that, for not repeating it, for changing your ways, for being a little bit better the next time it comes up? Because again, our Heshbon has good entries also. So, what or how have you done something well recently? Again, big or small. What did you put together that you're proud of? What did you do a good job? Did you just manage to speak to your kids nicely when they were kind of irking you? What did you manage to do well lately? Why, in the moment that happened, was it important to do it well? Again, who was impacted and how? What did you learn? And what's your plan for sustaining that, enhancing that, and staying on that path? Looking at our deeds and making space to help ourselves understand where our reactions come from, what motivates us, are a vital part of this season. Unfortunately, it's not simple math. It's not speak to your kid nicely or put your cup into the dishwasher. It's not simple math. It's looking at who you are, what motivates you, and how do you impact others around you. And so I invite you to try out each set of those questions at least once. Again, whether in a journal, conversation, or maybe a visual art space, try it out. Meditate on those and repeat both sets as often as you need to feel like you have had a truly fulfilling opportunity for Heshbon HaNefesh. You have a fulfilling journey through Elul. We look forward to spending the high holidays with you. Shana Tova Su.